Did you know that most people who live to 80 tend to avoid four important things, starting as early as their 60s? It's not some mysterious secret, just simple, everyday choices that quietly shape their health, day by day. As we grow older, not only does our body become weaker, but our heart also becomes more fragile. Sometimes, just a small change in our daily habits can either drain all our energy or bring new life to our day. Yet many seniors still think, "I've lived this way my whole life. What's the point of changing now?" They forget that the body after 60 is no longer the same. It needs more care, more protection, and more listening. If we continue to live like we're still young, eating carelessly, staying up late, rushing through life, letting things slide, the consequences go far beyond simple fatigue. They become silent damages, accumulating every day, until one day, they turn into unexpected illnesses. That's why it's time for us to pause, just for a moment, and ask ourselves, is there something I'm doing that could quietly shorten my life expectancy? And then, you'll see, the final habit in today's video may completely surprise you. If you've already turned 60, leave a number 1 in the comments below. And if you're preparing for that chapter of life, leave a 0 so we can begin this journey together to live healthier, deeper, and more beautifully. Section 1. Quit smoking and drinking. No smoke, no sip. There's a habit that many seniors quietly hold on to, as if it were a relic of old memories: cigarettes and a small glass of liquor each night. To them, it's just something I've always done. But after 60, the body is no longer the old companion that can tolerate the burn of smoke and the sting of alcohol. Beyond that age, the lungs no longer filter air as efficiently, and the liver is weaker at detoxifying. Smoking doesn't just raise the risk of lung cancer, it also weakens the heart and blood vessels. And alcohol, even in mild forms, can seriously affect the liver, the brain, and blood pressure. A single small drink may lead to restless sleep, while one seemingly relaxing cigarette can quietly tighten your blood vessels day after day. When you were younger, you might have stayed up all night after a few beers, or walked for hours, despite smoking 2 packs a day. But in older age, a single bout of low blood pressure or mild chest discomfort can send you to the hospital. Your body no longer covers up old mistakes. It's asking to be treated with more gentleness. I once met Mr. Hai, a retired doctor, 68 years old, living in Dalat. For over 40 years, he was a heavy smoker. One night, after coughing so hard he spat up blood, he decided to quit. He told me, "I thought I'd crave it, struggle with it, but I didn't. I just felt like I was taking off a smoky old coat I'd worn for too long." Now he lives more, slowly enjoys morning walks, and grows vegetables. The smell of basil in his garden, as he puts it, is far more fragrant than cigarette smoke. Quitting smoking and drinking, it's not about fearing death, but about loving the life that's still ahead. Your heart beats more steadily. Your sleep becomes deeper. Your mind grows a little clearer each day. The wrinkles on your face won't vanish. But the light in your eyes? It can come back. Are you holding on to a habit you know no longer fits the life you want? Try just 1 week. No alcohol, no cigarettes, no grand announcements, just a quiet promise to yourself that you're beginning again, in a gentle, beautiful way. Life after 60 can be cleaner, lighter, and more peaceful, if you dare to pause and take the next step with mindful feet. Section 2. Slow is safe. Live slowly. Have you ever found yourself walking just as fast as you did when you were young, even though your legs start to ache slightly each afternoon? Sometimes we don't even realize it, but the youthful pace of life still clings to the habits of a body that is aging day by day. After 60, balance, reflexes, and heart rate all naturally begin to slow. Simple activities like getting out of bed, walking down the street, or going up and down stairs require a slower rhythm to remain safe. When we continue to rush as before, the risk of falls, dizziness, or broken bones increases significantly. And at this age, those risks are no longer minor. Youth is the time we race toward work, responsibilities, even our dreams. But in old age, every step should be a punctuation mark. Slow, clear, and peaceful. There's no need to hurry anymore. No one is counting our minutes. Living slowly is how we return to the rhythm that truly matches an aging heart. I once met Ms. Hoa, 63 years old, in a yoga class for seniors. She used to be a primary school teacher, used to walking fast, talking fast, and never stopping. One morning she got up in a rush as usual and slipped, falling onto the cold floor. After that accident, she began learning how to slow down. Each morning, she now sits quietly by the window for 5 minutes before leaving her bed. I never thought that just slowing down for a few minutes could bring me such peace, she said with a gentle smile. Slowing down doesn't just reduce the risk of injury, it also helps you listen to yourself. You begin to feel every breeze, every cup of tea, every glance from a loved one. You'll realize the most precious thing is not time, but the quality of life in each moment you live. Are you rushing out of habit, or is there something deeper driving it? Try slowing down today. Get up a little slower, eat a little slower, speak a little slower. You'll feel yourself truly living, not just existing. Let your heart rest. Let your feet walk in true peace. Section 3. Avoid junk food. The snack trap. Do you still remember the crisp crunch of potato chips right after opening the bag? Or the salty, greasy flavor of packaged snacks while watching TV? These little habits, seemingly harmless, are quietly wearing down the health of older adults. After 60, the digestive system weakens, metabolism slows, and organs like the liver, kidneys, and pancreas start working harder. Yet junk food often contains loads of salt, reused frying oil, refined sugar, artificial coloring, and preservatives. These can raise blood pressure, disrupt blood sugar levels, cause constipation, and most of all, overwork the heart every single day. When we were young, we could eat a bag of snacks and go run 10 kilometers like it was nothing. But after 60, everything we put into our body leaves a mark. One round of junk food might mean a sleepless night, a week of fatigue, or a month of adjusting your blood pressure. I once spoke with Mrs. Judith, a 68-year-old woman from Tianjin. She shared that every afternoon she used to snack on something while watching TV: crackers, dried sausages, diet sodas. But one day, she fainted due to low potassium levels, and the doctor advised her to completely cut out junk food. At first, it was really uncomfortable, but after a month, I felt lighter, slept better, and even my skin looked healthier. She smiled softly. When you give up junk food, you don't just ease the load on your stomach or heart. You send a message of love to your own body. You begin eating mindfully, choosing fresh foods, cooking at home, and savoring the natural sweetness of vegetables, not the artificial taste of MSG and additives. Take a moment to check your kitchen or pantry. How many hidden snacks are in there? Don't toss them out in a rush. Gradually replace them with fresh fruits, nutritious nuts, unsweetened yogurt. Each small decision leads you closer to a healthier, more peaceful version of yourself. Health doesn't come from grand gestures. It comes from saying no to the tiny things that repeat themselves every day. Section 4. Gentle sleep. A restful night. Have you ever tossed and turned all night just because of one small thing that happened during the day? Or woken up at midnight, startled by a soft noise that made your heart race? After 60, sleep doesn't come as easily as it once did. It becomes a delicate journey, requiring preparation and care. In older adults, melatonin production, the hormone that regulates sleep, naturally decreases. On top of that, chronic conditions, Joint pain, anxiety, or irregular habits like late dinners, afternoon coffee, or scrolling phones too late can all lead to short, restless, shallow sleep. When you're young, a sleepless night doesn't feel like a big deal. But after 60, one bad night's sleep can lead to a whole week of fatigue, memory lapses, irritability, and even increased risk of falls or strokes in the early morning hours. I remember Mr. Paul, an elderly man living in Dun Lat, once told me, "I thought getting old meant it was okay to sleep less." But after many nights of dozing off in his chair, he realized he was often drowsy, forgetting when to take his medicine. After a conversation with his doctor, he began sleeping on schedule, avoided tea after 3 p.m., and listened to calming music for 30 minutes before bed. "Sleep now feels like an old friend returning after a long disagreement," he laughed. Sleeping well isn't just about not being tired. It helps stabilize blood pressure, restore memory, balance emotions, and boost immunity. It is the soft pillow for a heart and mind that are aging, but still long to embrace life. Try creating a sleep ritual for yourself. Turn off your phone an hour before bed, soak your feet in warm water, read a few light pages, or listen to the sound of rain through a meditation app. Each small act is like making the bed for your mind, clearing away worries. After 60, sleep is no longer a given. It's a gift we must learn to receive each night. Section 5. Gentle movement. Every day, move with kindness. Have you ever woken up in the morning, stretched your arms, and heard your bones creak, and thought, "I must really be getting old"? But did you know that very moment is your body gently whispering that it needs to move, to be awakened with care? After 60, bone density decreases, muscle mass shrinks, joints become inflamed more easily, and ligaments lose flexibility. If we sit too long, lie down too often, or avoid physical activity, the body stiffens up, leading to pain, joint stiffness, poor circulation, and a higher risk of falling. When we were younger, we believed exercise had to be sweaty and exhausting to be effective. But at this age, just 20 minutes of walking, a few stretches, or a morning Tai Chi session in the sun can already unlock your body's hidden energy. I once met Mr. Bay, 72 years old, who exercises each morning at the park, doing healing hand-waving with a group of elderly friends. He used to suffer from knee osteoarthritis and struggled to walk, but his doctor advised him to keep moving gently every day. At first, my knees hurt a lot. I could only wave for 10 minutes before getting tired. But slowly, my body got used to it. "And now, I'm addicted," he shared, eyes sparkling like a child at play. Movement boosts blood flow, improves memory, keeps the body flexible, and lifts the spirit. It's not just a workout for muscles, but a remedy for the soul, especially when you're outside, surrounded by nature and the laughter of peers. You don't need to start with complex exercises. Try walking around your house for 15 minutes each morning, or doing light stretches before bed. If you feel shy, play your favorite song and sway with the music, like a personal dance of aging, just for you, with no audience needed. Your body, after 60, is like a garden. If you don't water it, weeds and stiffness will take over. But if you care for it, little blooms of vitality will start to blossom, quietly and resiliently. Section 6. Letting go emotionally. Emotional lightness. Sometimes small things in the day, a disapproving glance, an offhand remark, a loved one's lack of attention, can keep us awake all night, especially after 60, when the heart grows softer and old memories often return. At this age, our emotions may not be as intense as in youth, but they linger longer. Little things can turn into lasting sadness. And if we hold everything inside, our hearts grow heavy, sleep becomes difficult, and our health begins to decline. When we were young, we let go more easily, because we were busy, with so much ahead of us. But old age gives us time to think. And thinking too much can turn into an invisible burden, quietly wearing down our spirit. I remember Mrs. Dung, a 66-year-old woman living alone after her husband passed away. She told me that whenever her children forgot to call or showed indifference, she'd feel sad and wonder, maybe I don't matter to them anymore. But after a hospital visit for stress-induced stomach pain, the doctor told her, the elderly must learn to let go. So she started journaling, tending to plants, and learning to forgive the little things. I don't stay upset for long anymore. I just remind myself, everyone has their own life, and so do I. She smiled. Letting go doesn't mean being indifferent. It means choosing what's worth holding on to, and what's better left behind. It means protecting your emotional health, not just with medication, but with gentleness toward yourself. If you feel heavy-hearted today, try taking 3 deep breaths. Write down what's bothering you. Then close your eyes and think of one thing you're grateful for, even if it's just the blue sky outside your window. Practice a little each day, and you'll feel lighter without losing a thing. On this journey of healthy aging, your heart needs exercise too, through forgiveness, through laughter, and through the gentle art of letting go. Section 7. Drink enough water, the right way. Each day, hydration healing. Have you ever had a day where you felt sluggish, foggy-headed, with dry, tight skin, and had no idea why you were so tired? Many people blame the weather, lack of sleep, or age. But often it's simply dehydration. After 60, the feeling of thirst is no longer as strong as it was in youth. The body doesn't signal as clearly anymore, making it easier to ignore. But in truth, dehydration happens silently every day, through our breath, sweat, and even while we sleep. Without proper hydration, the body enters a state of dryness. Blood thickens, blood pressure rises, kidneys are overworked, skin becomes dull and rough, and memory fades like a thin mist. In the past, we could run all day on just 1 glass of sugarcane juice. But after 60, every cell needs regular watering, because the body is like a cracked garden bed, waiting for a gentle stream to flow through and revive it. Mr. Min, 70 years old, once said, "But I'm not thirsty, so why drink?" Then he experienced dizziness and fatigue. At the clinic, the doctor asked only one question: how much water do you drink each day? From then on, he made a habit of preparing a warm jug of water each morning and placing it on the table. Every time he passed by, he drank a few sips. After just 2 weeks, he noticed smoother skin, less back pain, and, most of all, he no longer felt drained after an afternoon nap. Drinking water the right way isn't just about quantity, it's about consistency. Don't wait until you're thirsty, and don't drink too much at once. Choose warm filtered water. Avoid cold or carbonated drinks. Add a few slices of lemon or sprigs of mint, and suddenly, water has the flavor of life itself. Take a look at your glass today. How long has it been since you treated it like a true elixir? Don't wait until you're dizzy, your urine turns dark, or your skin cracks. Let water be part of your daily ritual of self-love. Simple, yet powerful. After 60, water is not just a thirst quencher, it's a quiet healer for every organ that's worked so hard for you all your life. Section 8. Maintain positive relationships. Heartful connections. Have you ever felt drained after talking to someone, even if it was just for a few minutes? Or quietly withdrawn after a group gathering, feeling emptier rather than fulfilled? That's a sign. A relationship has become unhealthy and is quietly draining your energy. After 60, every conversation, every hug, every glance carries deeper emotional weight. As the body weakens, the soul needs nourishment from positive energy. Harsh words, coldness, or feeling overlooked, even in small doses, can lead to loneliness and depression in older adults. When we're young, we try to maintain many relationships. Friends, co-workers, relatives, regardless of whether they truly bring comfort. But after 60, it's no longer about quantity, it's about quality. One listening ear is worth more than 10 noisy voices. One heartfelt call is more precious than a grand social event. Ms. Han, 64 years old, used to join many senior groups, yet always came home feeling empty. Later, she chose to keep only a few close friends, those she could walk with, call on rainy days, or cook a pot of sweet black bean soup together. Fewer but warmer, she shared. I don't have to force a smile anymore. I can just be myself and be accepted. Positive relationships create a sense of connection, love, and belonging. Negative ones can increase depression, memory decline, and loss of purpose. Try tidying up your social circle like you would a cluttered drawer. Keep those who make you feel light and valued. Make the effort to call, write a letter, or send a short message. And if someone continues to hurt you, learn to quietly step back. Old age doesn't need crowds, just a few who truly care. True closeness isn't loud. It's gentle, steady, and always there when you need it. We've now walked through 8 things that may seem small, but quietly shape our lives in old age. From quitting smoking, slowing down, sleeping well, and staying hydrated, to surrounding ourselves with those who truly love us. Aging isn't something to fear. What's scary is not realizing we're making it harder than it needs to be. If we continue living as we always have, the physical and emotional burdens will only grow heavier. But you don't need to change everything overnight. Just choose one small thing each day to let your body and mind rest and recover. Try going to bed 30 minutes earlier. Place a water bottle by your bed. Call someone who warms your heart. Each simple action is a step toward a healthier, more peaceful life. It's never too late to start over. It's never too late to learn to love yourself a little more. You don't need to follow anyone else's standard. Just be honest with your own needs. Move gently, at your own pace, in your own time. That's the real rhythm of life after 60. You have nothing left to prove. You've lived long enough to know living well, deeply, and authentically is the greatest pride of all. Treasure each day, as if you're caring for a late-blooming flower that still holds a fragrant beauty. Choose food as your friend, not as a threat to your health. Sleep like a child who has forgiven the worries of the day, and walk as if every step is a thank you for the legs that still carry you. If you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button. It's one small way to pass on something good. You can also leave a comment. I will start with, to make a promise to yourself and to let us walk alongside you. Don't be shy about sharing how you feel. Your small story today might just heal someone else who desperately needs it. We are not alone. We are simply living at a slower, deeper, more beautiful pace. And finally, always remember, beauty isn't in your age. It's in how gently you care for yourself each day.